Hey everyone, Carrie Beck here with Family eBiz, where we help families start and scale online businesses so you can find freedom in your life to do what you're called to do. We are actually in the middle or just starting a series about a problem that I have seen over and over, and not just me, but you have told me that when I took a poll at the end of last year. It was, I am not making sales. They're not consistent sales. It's like I have people, but they're all freebie seekers. And so we talked about that last week. We talked about your message match. We'll put a link to that podcast episode in the show notes. Today, we're talking about you don't have a traffic problem, you have a messaging problem. And we're going to go further into that. Because if you're a solopreneur, a content creator, a blogger, a podcaster, you probably think, I just need more traffic, more traffic. Often you don't have that traffic problem. You have a true messaging problem. People land on your stuff and don't instantly know if it's for them or not. They don't know what problem you solve. Why does this even matter today? We have got to become more clear about what our message is and get that out. And I hope by the end of this episode, you'll know how to tighten up your message so you can use that same traffic and make it convert better. You see, I believe, and I have seen this over and over, especially with some of my mastermind students, is most creators produce tons of helpful content, but it's scattered. Tips here, hacks there, random encouragement everywhere. Is that you? Are you just sort of throwing it all out there, plastering it everywhere? You give helpful information, but you do not have a clear through line that will get people to the paid side of your business. They can't tell what you're all about or why they should follow you or buy from you as well. Stephanie Glass actually had this problem. She is a faith-based podcaster. She tried everything on social media, chasing the trends, trying to be generally helpful. You know what happened? Totally exhausted and unclear messaging. Back in 2018, she sensed God saying, start a podcast. And she listened. So what did she do? She didn't start a business podcast. She niched down to help women grow a God-centered business through podcasting. Her brand snapped into focus. One core problem, one core path. That's it. We're not trying to solve everyone's problem. Now, I will have to be honest, her traffic did not explode overnight, but her clarity and where she was did turn her listeners into buyers. You know, the same thing happened to me. I used to be all about homeschooling. I had everything, all different seasons of the year, all the different ways to homeschool and everything. And I realized I was speaking to everyone but no one. And I had to really narrow it down. And that's when I really started to focus on leadership education and focusing on my flagship product, raising leaders, not followers. And that's what I wanted, and I still do want to be known for. I want them to have a clear message that everything coming in is going to bring them to some aspect of leadership education. You see, when a visitor lands on your website, they have one thing in mind. They all listen to the same radio station, WIIFN. What's in it for me? WIIFM. Or is this for me right now? They are not thinking, is this generally good? If they do, they're not really interested in buying. So here's what I want you to do. Let's start with your bio, your headline. They're going to look at your bio, your headline, your first 5 seconds of an audio of the first line of a blog post and think, who is this for? What problem are they trying to solve that these people are so obsessed with trying to figure out? And here it is, what results can I get if I keep reading, if I keep listening? Is this person for me? Is she solving my problem? And what happens is too often we have very vague messaging. When we are vague, it kills our sales silently. We're giving lots of information, but our sales are like down in the dumps. When you say things like helping you live your best life, what does that mean? I'm encouraging women or I'm encouraging homeschoolers, helping small businesses to grow, helping people lose weight. That is so general. You're not really telling people what you actually do. Your Instagram or your podcast bio is generic. Your website headline could fit 1,000 other course creators. Your episode titles do not have a clear problem or solution. I actually looked at mine, and I don't know if this is the one that we will actually use. You don't have a traffic problem, you have a messaging problem. That tell us what the problem is, and then we're going to talk about solving it in this episode. You know what happens when you are vague? People stop checking out your stuff. It's not because you aren't good, but because they can't see themselves and why it matters to them. They don't like, why should I spend there is so much out there. I don't need to spend time with people I can't identify with. So again, let's start with your bio. I want you to rewrite your bio, and this is the framework. I help whoever solve whatever the problem is so that they can the result. You want to tell who you are, what you do, how you solve their problem, and what result they can expect. Here are a couple examples. Going back to what she said, I help Christian solopreneurs create podcast-based businesses so they can quit chasing social media and build stable income. I help do what so that I help busy homeschool moms raise leaders so they can relax and gain confidence to know what they are doing is the best. I help busy moms start simple blogs so they can share their stories and earn their first 1,000 online. Those are all more specific. So I would like you to pause and take some time to rewrite your bio. Just write that one sentence and then put it in your podcast descriptions, your show notes, your social media bio, your website about me page, right at the top. You need to tell people exactly who you are and how you're going to help them. Then, the other thing I think you need to do in your messaging is talk to people about what is the cost if they don't act. People move when they feel both the benefit of acting and a cost of staying stuck. They feel that pain point and they see that this could help them. This is the transformation that can happen. So try to come up with one sentence that you can add to your next post, your next email, your episode, whatever it is, that names the cost of inaction, that names the pain that people are stuck in. Here's one. If you never clarify your message, you'll keep posting more content for fewer and fewer clicks. Here's another one. I use something like this at the end of my masterclass on leadership. If you keep waiting to invest in your kids' education, you'll be in the same place next year and not moving forward, not giving your kids an elite education. Here's another one. If you keep waiting to launch your podcast, you'll be in the same place next year, still with ideas in your head instead of episodes in people's ears. So I want you to come up with your one sentence bio and your one sentence pain point and how you're going to help them. And once you get that pain point sentence, you need to put it everywhere for the next 30 days. Something simple, fast. You don't even need tech to do this. You just write in a sentence, all right? You really don't need more eyes. You need clear words, clear messages. Clarity converts the traffic you already have. A confused mind does not buy. Let me say that again. Clarity converts the traffic you already have. So do those things. If you got help in this message, this episode at all, would you please share this with a friend and leave us a 5-star review? That will help us get this out to more and more people. And next week, we are going to be talking about your offers and how you can improve your offer as well. I'm Carrie Beck with Family eBiz. We'll talk to you next time.